The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
No matter how long you live, you cannot learn it all. You can only do your best because you know go feed you all. So if you want to criticize me, go small.
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite
Some TV and a writer of note in the person of Mr. Ira Daniel Kwekwen. Welcome this wonderful evening.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Before we go on, I saw you've been busy all day writing. What is it about these writers? What inspired writing?
Well, it's just what you do. Maybe it's your job. There is a need for you to do a lot of research and write. So you have to be equal to the task.
Let me ask a question. Do you learn writing? Did you grow into writing? Or is it a talent that you now develop?
Yes, what you keep doing every day is the way you get better at it. So I've been doing this for some time now, so that's how, I was not like that from the beginning. But when you keep doing something repeatedly, there's a way you have mastery of it.
Or can you write without reading? Can you be a good writer without being a good reader?
It's not. What will you be writing if you've not read? You have to read, then you write what you've read.
Okay, yes. Okay. I think you've heard. Is a good writer, and it's saying that for you to be a good writer, you also have to be a good reader. There is no shortcut about it. And today we are going to be going into, we're going to be diving into the rivers again.
Yeah.
I think right now I should be one of the best swimmers in Nigeria, because every day I dive into the river, swim in and out, and we've been in it for close to 2 weeks now, and I think we've developed the swimmers' muscles from just going into the rivers.
Yeah.
There's a breaking news today. We say PDP governors challenge emergency rule in Rivers State at the Supreme Court. Saying a bold move, governors of the People's Democratic Party has filed a lawsuit as the Supreme Court challenging President Bola Tinubu's declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State. The president has suspended Governor Similayi Fubara, his deputy Ngozi Odu, and all members of the State House of Assembly for 6 months, citing Section 305, Subsection 5 of the Nigerian Constitution of 1999. The PDP governors are representing Bauchi, Adama, Bayelsa, Enugu, Osun, Plateau, and Zamfara State argue that the president lacks the constitutional power to suspend a democratically elected governor and deputy governor. They also contended that the appointment of retired Vice Admiral Ibok Ete-Ibaz as the sole administrator of the state is unconstitutional. So, what do you think about this? I'm not the law, not breaking down the lawsuit. Do you think it's a good move by the PDP governors to initiate this?
Yes, just like I've been saying for some time now, what do you expect the opposition to do? Normally, they won't see anything good in what the sitting government is doing, particularly in issues like this.
You think if the sitting government increase the allowances of opposition government, they won't see anything?
In one way or the other, following the trends of Nigerian opposition parties, there's a way they will find a fault and say Nigeria is not ready for that increment and things like that and things like that.
Okay.
Hardly will the opposition find anything good in what the sitting government is doing, because they feel as if everything that the government is doing has to be criticized. Well, at times it has one positive aspect, so that it makes the government sit up, so that it doesn't do what is not necessary.
Just like Ali do the people in power to also see any positive thing in criticism from the opposition. They don't take any positive from criticism from the opposition.
Yes.
Sorry for breaking your thoughts today, maybe.
Yes. So I was just trying to say that is the way it is. So we should not expect anything other than this from the PDP Governors Forum. But I want to say, taking a cue from what Chief Rukwesi Muri said that other time, he mentioned how the president took this decision as a doctrine of necessity. You understand? When there is this necessity for him to announce this, it calls for proactive, pragmatic? It calls for pragmatic decision. You don't have to look at it, because if you allow it to continue as at that point that he declared the state of emergency, if maybe he had not intervened in the way he did, only God knows what will have been happening in the Rivers State by now. Where explosions are beginning to occur. The threats have been coming from left and right and everywhere. Threats have been coming. Threats to life and security. Threats to national assets. That decision was taken as a result of what was on ground. So I don't want to look at it from the perspective whether he was right or wrong. He was right up to the extent where the crisis that was being brewed was not able to rear its ugly heads. That is the way I look at it.
And again, I feel, and to add to what he just said, I think this move, the PDP governor didn't do justice to Rivers State there. If you look at it, all the actors, they were members of the PDP,
yes.
From the governor, the deputy, the National Assembly members, they were all members of the PDP. And I think they could have intervened earlier. And all these issues are political issues.
Yes.
There are things that politically it could have been resolved. Over the months while this was happening, people were like, where are the governors? Where are they to rally together and ensure? Because we know that in Nigeria, a party that does not have the president as its leader, that does not have the president, we have governors. It is governors that are the leaders of the party, because we know how parties run in Nigeria. So we expected the governors to stand firm and to call the members of the State House of Assembly, to call to call what I call it, the governor, and say, how do we resolve these things so that the APC as it is does not find a loophole, because as it is, a loophole has been found, and the PDP, it is still a PDP state. They've lost out in the game. So I think they didn't take the necessary step earlier. And again, the infighting even between the PDP members. I think this has made it hard for them to have a common front. I just hope, if you look at it now, I don't know, but not all PDP states were mentioned to be part of the suit. So could it be that there's no common front from the PDP?
Yes, that maybe it could be an indication of the fact that some are disagreeing with this particular decision that some of them have decided to sue and pursue it at the Supreme Court. But just like I said earlier, it is not possible for them to have agreed like that and say, okay, what the president has done is actually good. Definitely they will criticize, considering the fact that even the governor that was removed is a PDP governor.
Yes.
And there is something that PDP have failed to realize. You know, in the political history of Nigeria, I think between 1999 to around 2007, PDP was at the national government. At the center, President Obasanjo was there, but the ANPP then, as an opposition party who was in charge of some states in West, Borno, Yobe, and other places like that, they formed a very formidable opposition without any crack that we're seeing now in PDP. PDP, as it stands now, has a fundamental crack that they couldn't have done anything positive to see how they can prevented the crisis between the Rivers State House of Assembly and Governor Fubara. They couldn't have done anything because even at the center, who will have gone? Is it the Damagum that is not recognized by some of them, or is it the governors? Maybe all the governors that are from PDP will have united themselves and go to Rivers State and see how they can weigh in. Maybe it will have helped. But as it stands now, it is already late. Whatever it is they are doing, it is crying. I think crying when the head is already cut off. Let's see whether it is possible for the president to say he has reviewed the tenure of the state of emergency to maybe 3 months, which I think it is possible, but it's most likely to last up to 6 months.
Okay, now let us look at the key points of the lawsuit. One is constitutional violation. The governors claim that the president's action violates Section 1, subsection 2, Section 5, subsection 2, and 305 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The other point is lack of constitutional power. They argue that the president has no power to suspend a democratically elected governor and deputy governor. Another point they raise is the unconstitutional appointment. The governors challenge the appointment of Ibok Ete-Ibas as the sole administrator, declaring it unlawful and in gross violation of the Constitution. Another point is the National Assembly's approval. They also questioned the National Assembly's approval of the state of emergency, arguing that the use of a voice vote is unconstitutional. So the PDP governor are seeking a declaration that the president's actions are unconstitutional and in order to nullify the appointment of Ibok Ete-Ibas as the sole administrator. They also want the court to restrain the president from further attempts to suspend other governors or interfere with their constitutional duty. That is basically what the lawsuit is about. So are you going to take it point by point, or you just put everything together?
Maybe I will just tackle the point where the governor challenged the appointment of, the point that talk about the National Assembly questioned. No, that aspect that you mentioned, how they want the court to give an injunction for the president not to remove any other governor again. That is a good move. Okay. You understand? If at all there should be that kind of ruling, then it means we've gotten a precedent where further activities of the president will be guided by such ruling. But as it stands now, the damage that, if it is a damage actually, the damage is already done concerning the issue of Rivers State. So if they had done this earlier than now, if they have been pragmatic earlier than now, then maybe we have not seen this. But look at it from this way. If the president had not instituted state of emergency in Rivers State, do you think we will be here at this point in time discussing this? Maybe the country will have gone on in flames now. Only God knows what will have happened.
And maybe they might have settled it between themselves politically.
It was unlikely because as at that point, the pronouncement, the body language of Wike and Fubara was becoming too confrontational. It was becoming, even on national TV, you see them talking with so much grievance, with so much emotions. It was getting out of hand. So I think maybe what the president did was wisdom. For you snuff it out, then see how you look at whether it is right or wrong. If your house is on flame, you don't need clean water to pour on the house. Whether the water is dirty, you just need to quench the fire first. Then you come back to look at whether the water is clean enough and other things. So that is what I think the president did.
Okay, there's this analysis done by a lawyer which say that if you look at the Constitution, during the first Constitution, the 1960 Constitution, the power to declare state of emergency was given to the Parliament. But it led to a situation whereby there was a case in the Southwest when there were issues in the Southwest and there was a need for a state of emergency to be declared. But because the Parliament was divided,
it was polarized.
Because of
the political affiliations.
Yes, and it led to continuous dragging here and there over state it should be declared or not. So there was and that lingered on until the military took over. So he now said, I think those that now drafted the 1979 Constitution and also the 1999 that it was just rejigged, in their wisdom, looked at the experience of the 1960 Constitution and decided that rather than give the powers to the National Assembly, where interests, because it's a state of emergency, it's out of necessity, actions will be taken. They now did it this way that, okay, let the president initiate the move. So when the president initiates the move, then the National Assembly can ratify the move. So in this case, to get the president to initiate a move, if there's a need for emergency, it's much easier than to get the House to initiate it, because they will argue and raise motions over motions, while if there's a need, the nation will be burning while parties will be taking sides. So it said that is the wisdom behind, and it says Section 305, the powers are conferred on the president to initiate this move is born out of wisdom, of experience of what happened in 1960. Do you think there's wisdom in that is analysis?
Yes, I think it is. There is wisdom in that, in the sense that if you allow the National Assembly that has 109 in the Senate and 200 and something in the House of Reps, before they will reach
300 and something.
300 and something. As it stands now, they were talking about quorum, even the ratification. They were now, look at what happened that day in Gokana local government. When that explosion occurred, the following day reports came in that the cost implication of that was like $30-something million. I can't take the figure correctly as it stands now. They were talking about Nigeria will lose like $30-something million. Imagine we have 2 or 3 of such explosions. If that decision was not taken, because I believe that it was the decision that brought about the state of emergency that calms the situation in Rivers. That was why maybe the explosion couldn't continue. That was why every part decided to say, okay, let's sheath our sword and see, since the person that is on throne now is a neutral person, let's see how this thing is going to go. So I think we should not be talking about the correctness or the wrongness of the move at this point in time. Let's look at how we're going to make it right, just like you said. The National Assembly can look at the law and begin to work on it and bring it out to be in such a way that we're very sure we should not be talking about the constitutionality, the correctness, and the wrongness of that decision next time. Because it happened in Plateau, it happened in Northwest, it happened somewhere in Ikiti. All in the political history of Nigeria. I think this thing happened within, was it up to 10, 15 years?
Yes. I think the last one occurred during the time of President Goodluck Jonathan. I think it should be, yeah.
The first one was in Plateau.
It was in Plateau, then Ekiti State.
Then Ekiti.
Yeah, then later Adamawa, Borno, and I think Yobe State, which was partial.
So if the National Assembly or the governors or some of these political actors are proactive, they will have tackled this issue before now. So that by the time another similar situation will come up, we already know what is supposed to be done.
Okay, now talking about explosions, there's a news report today that says another explosion rocks gas facility in Rivers. as militants reconvene. This reporter from Stories making the round said, barely a week after a major explosion on the Trans-Niger pipeline, Bodogo, Kana local government area of Rivers State, another explosion has reportedly occurred at the Soku oil facility in Akuku, Toru local government area, operated by the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas LNG Limited. The Youth and Environmental Advocacy Center, a grassroots non-governmental organization, confirmed the explosion through its network of youth volunteers. This you just spoke about the explosion in Gokana. This is another one here. Do you think what do you think we should do concerning this? Because as it stands, I don't expect this to be occurring, with the fact that the actors have been told to go and sit at home and let someone come and take care of things for the next 6 months. Do you think what actions do you think the sole administration should take now?
No, I think that gives credence to the issue that surrounds the declaration of the state of emergency. Because as it stands now, that region, that axis, the whole of Rivers State is militarized, in the sense that the sole administrator has the backing and support of the military and all the security agencies. Immediately when he arrived, one of the first meetings he had was with the service chiefs around that site, the Navy, the Air Force, the military, the police. There was a security meeting. And as it stands now, if this kind of occurrence are still happening, even with this heavy security presence, what do you think will have happened if the security presence was not this much? I think he should be right on top of the situation. He has experience because he reached the rank of the Chief of Naval Staff. He has a lot of experience as a military officer. So let's look at the situation where these things will be curtailed. Let's pray that it doesn't reoccur again. This should be the last one. And I think they are right on top of the situation.
Well, you say they are right on top of the situation, and that is what we hope for, that they should be right on top of the situation. And we should also understand that the leaders and the political leaders, especially in Rivers State at this point, they need to toe the path of peace. This is where leadership expresses itself. You may not agree with the position of the emergency rule. You may agree with it. But one thing that you need to do is to pursue it in such a way that it doesn't aggravate issues. Because, people watch body language.
I have seen crisis before. I've experienced crisis in southern Taraba, where the effect of that crisis that has happened 20-something years ago is still being felt up to today. Yeah. Some of us were not yet born when the Civil War occurred. Good. But as it stands now, we are still feeling the impact, the adverse impact of Civil War. So there is no way any person will come and say violence is the way to go. And people should sit down and look at him. Whosoever is agitating for violence in Rivers State does. In fact, that person should be arrested and dealt with mercilessly, because violence has never paid off anyway. Whatever it is you want, that peace has not given you, violence will not give you. Whether you take the government by force, through violence, through killing, you're not going to enjoy the government in one way or the other. This thing has, what is it called? There's what cycle?
Ripple effect.
Ripple effect. And it's a kind of cycle. When I kill you, your brother will wake up to kill me.
It's going to be a vicious cycle.
Vicious cycle. That was what I was saying. It's going to be a vicious cycle. It will keep coming up. So the best thing to do is, okay, let's look at. And when you want to get peace, there is a need for you to shift ground. It is not what you want that you must get. Shift ground, concede this, accept this one, and sacrifice this, and allow, so that at the end of the day, nobody loses. You understand? But peace should reign supreme.
Just like they say, nobody wins in war.
Nobody wins in war.
Nobody wins in war. That is just the truth of it. Now going to still Rivers State, because we're going to be in the rivers all through this the period of this program today. Again, there's a group that say, be fair and sincere. Group tells Rivers State sole administrator, a social political group in Rivers State, the Simplicity Movement, has urged the newly appointed sole administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibok Eteiba, retired, to govern with fairness and sincerity. Speaking at the press briefing on Monday, the group's national leader, High Chief Ambassador Sobomabo Jakrish, emphasized the importance of the administrator's neutrality and commitment to restoring peace and order. He went further to say, we are sure that you were carefully selected by His Excellency President Bola Tinubu because of your pedigree and track record as a seasoned military administrator. Jackery said, we urge you to carry out this responsibility with utmost sincerity and fairness for the collective good of Rivers State. Reference Vice Admiral Iba's inaugural speech in which he assured the public that his role was not political but rather a stabilizing force to restore governance and order. The group urged him to stay true to his commitment. Jack Rich also dismissed claims that Rivers State was in crisis. What do you make of this socio-political group and their call to the sole administrator to be fair and sincere to all in Rivers State?
Yes, the call for the sole administrator to be fair and sincere is a welcome development because they couldn't have encouraged him to be biased and not to do the right thing. Yeah. So that is a normal, what is it called? Is it a rhetoric or shall I describe it as what? It's a normal thing for them to have said. But I disagree with them when they say there was no crisis in Rivers State. You know, at times crisis is not when you start seeing killings and you start seeing burning of houses and that is when the crisis can start even before it manifests. Yes. When you understand that there is a contention, there is a strife, and it is so much that you envisaging that this thing can lead to killings, there is a need for you to solve that problem at that stage. You don't allow it to escalate first. So I don't think they are sincere when they say there is no crisis in Rivers. When Nyesom Wike will come out of TV and do a press conference where he will be speaking with so much vehemence, with so much anger on national TV, then Governor Sim Fubara will be doing his own. He will say all sorts of things that are unprintable like that. He forgot that he's an elder statesman at that point in time. He's made issue statements that are unthinkable, are unprintable. So definitely there was a crisis. There was a tension that is capable of making Rivers State go up in flames. So, yeah, that's the way I see it.
Do you think a sole administrator that will be loyal to the president or to the people?
Well, I don't know what you mean by loyalty because normally he's a Nigerian, he's a patriotic Nigerian. At least he has the record. He has served as a patriotic Nigerian for 35 years of service at least. And that is enough credentials for him to, you understand, he's tested and proven. If loyalty means that he's going to be fair and will not mind that so long as justice is done, whosoever is not satisfied with it should be dealt with, then I think I don't know what you mean by loyalty.
Okay, well, there are some people that said it may just be a stopgap to help the APC capture the state through the back door. Maybe we just prepare the ground for the capture of Rivers State. There are those that have that opinion. So how do we foster? And then there are also fears that this may spiral into other states whereby any little crisis, they just declare state of emergency and gradually we are returning back to the days of the jackboots. Do you think this will lead to such a situation?
That is why I followed the path that said the National Assembly will need to come back and look at this issue critically and begin to enact law. If it is a correction that they will need to do in that section 305, there is a need for it to be properly spelled out so that because as it stands now, you'll be surprised that politicians can take advantage of this kind of situation and begin to call for state of emergency because they will do things that will make the president and twist the president to declare state of emergency in such states. So let's begin to look at it from the perspective where if this happened, then this should be done. If this happened, then this should be done. You remember, you were the one that discussed how in Kogi State, Prince Abubakar Audu, how he won the election and died. And it was that incident that triggered will I call it the rejig of the Nigerian constitution to a situation where we now know that if something like that happened, definitely this is what is supposed to happen next.
Well, a viewer out there, we just have to let you know that, yes, you can join us on this program. This program is definitely for you out there, and you can call us on the program, and you can also join us on. You can join us on Facebook. Your comment is needed on Facebook or at Some TV at Facebook. Handle is at Some TV. You can drop your comments there and be very sure that we are going to read those comments. It's a community, and you are part of that community, and we would like you to come and hang out with us. So If you drop your comment, yes, I can see some comments on Facebook already coming in. We have Shamaki and the King. He dropped the icon of fire and power. I think he's trying to tell us that, yes, we're doing great here. Thank you very much, Shamaki and the King, for your comments. And we also have Sophisticated Lazarus Meshach. He's also highlighting our comments. Thank you very much for highlighting it, for creating your time to come and follow us, and also have, well, for now, that's what we have. Those are the comments that we have. So we look forward to you commenting, and we'll be sure to read out your comments on Facebook. So, yes, we stay back to the story. Now, there's another story here, which seems very, very interesting to me.
Okay.
It goes, APC chieftain gives Tinubu 7 days ultimatum to reverse River State of emergency. Chief Eze Chukwuemeka is a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress APC in River State, has called on President Bola Tinubu to reverse the state of emergency declared in the state within 7 days of his legal action. Eze described the declaration as premeditated, highly condemnable and unconstitutional, repressive and undemocratic. The APC chieftain argued that the president's action is an affront to the country's constitution and a display of dictatorial tendencies. He emphasized that Section 305 of the Constitution does not empower the president to suspend an elected governor or the officials who declared a state of emergency. So Eze's ultimatum comes as the crisis in Rivers State continues to escalate, with Governor Similayi Fubara and other elected officials suspended. So what do you make of Chief Eze Chukwuemeka Eze's?
Well, Eze Chukwuemeka Eze is an elder statesman. He's a Nigerian and an elderly person. And I know that the ultimatum that is given is not going to be confrontational or violent. He's talking about going to the courts if the ultimatum. Well, let's see, because we need this kind of agitation, actually. Yeah. This kind of agitation will help create the necessary awareness and the discomfort too, because so that at the end of the day, we will have a definite position as a constitution concerning this matter. Because they're talking about how it is ambiguous, they're talking about how it is vague, they're talking about... Now, there are all the parties, those who are in support of the declaration of the state of emergency and those who are against, have a point as they're discussing this thing. So it is the ambiguity in that Section 305 needs to be properly spelled out.
Yes, I think that is true. The ambiguity in the Section 305, so the Section 305 needs to be spelled out. And yes, you can see that the number to call is right there on your screen. You can send your text message or call in on 07049198503. I call the number again is 0704-919-8503. That is the number to call, and you can also comment on Facebook at Some TV on Facebook. So we're expecting your call, and we're here to ensure that the audience out there get to hear you. So we're still talking about Chief Eze Chukwuemeka Eze. It's quite interesting that a member of the APC, I think this is good. It shows that, yes, and we might be a member of the same party and still not agree with the position of your party. Because I know the APC as a party have agreed with the position of the president that there's a need for emergency rule. So looking at that, I think that is good for democracy, isn't it?
It is good for democracy, just like I said earlier. If this kind of agitation is sustained, it will reach to a point where the National Assembly will have no option than to tackle the issue. You understand? Because if agitation is coming from, let's assume that there was what happened during the June, what was it called? The third term.
The third term agenda.
Every Nigerian was either in making statements against it and other things like that. So with this agitation, it's good. So we encourage people of the high caliber people like Chief Chukwuemeka Eze to keep talking on this until we have a clear position of the Constitution on this matter.
Okay, that's very good. And I think we will go for a short break now. And when we come back, hang out with journalists, continues on Some TV. Yes.
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayments plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment.
Welcome back to Hangout with Journalists on Sun TV. And Hangout with Journalists on Sun TV will be discussing issues that has to do with the state of emergency in Rivers State. And now it has been on breaking. And with me is the Director of News of Sun TV, Honorable Mr. Daniel Rekukwe. I think we have a caller here. Let me pick that call. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, please. Who are you and where are you calling from?
My name is Okechukwu Nwogo, calling from Ebonyi State.
Oh, welcome, Mr. Okechukwu from Ebonyi State. So what do you have to say?
Let me first of all appreciate you guys for this wonderful program.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's very educative and impactful.
Thank you.
I want to say what Mr. President did is not all that bad, because where two parties are fighting, the third party will be there as a mediator to separate the fight.
Okay.
But whether what he did is constitutional or unconstitutional, for me, as a fellow Nigerian, what I think Mr. President would have done, because this is a long crisis. This crisis has lingered for long, even though there is no physical fight. But the fact is obvious that even the blind man can feel the impact. What he would have done is to call the two parties face to face and ask them what the problem was. And let Nigerians hear that he waded into the matter, and this is the outcome of the instruction given to them, and they failed to adhere to his instruction before taking the decision. We never heard that Mr. President called Wiki and Fubara on a round table with other stakeholders to discuss on this issue. then the outcome of it is. Then again, do you think that government can run smoothly when we have three arms of government? The judicial, the legislature, and the executive.
Yes.
The executive and the legislature is not out of government. Do you think that the judiciary can help to fix the situation in River State now? So these are the things, Mr. President, you look into, because we have workers there, we have other people
Yes,
in
yes.
that state.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I think you made some very, very valid points there. I would really appreciate. And thank you for calling from Ebonyi. And I know Ebonyi is doing quite is good this evening. And I wish you all the best. Thank you for calling Some TV. And I believe our viewers have taken your comments so far. Thank you very much, sir, for calling.
Thank you.
Yeah. What he said that when two people are fighting, someone has to wade in to separate the fight, just like he said. And I think, we have another caller here. I think it is raining calls into the program.
That's
Yes, sir. Good evening. You're welcome to Hangout with Journalists on Some TV. Who are we speaking to? Okay, we lost that call there. I think it's going to come in. I think there are calls coming in, and that is why it is jamming. Just like he said, he spoke about when two people are having conflict, it's always good for someone to come in between. And he feel what the president did was move in the right direction, although he was skeptical about how the state will be run without the legislature and the executive. So do you think the state can be run? Because as it is now, the sole administrator, just as I say, sole, he administers both the work of the legislature and the executive in, let me say, in the interim.
There's legislators in the sense that some of the decisions will have to be taken to the National Assembly.
Sorry, let us pick this call.
Yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to Some TV. Who are we speaking to and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay, thank you. How is Lagos this evening?
Lagos, they're okay.
Okay, thank you very much. And what's your name, sir?
My name is Powerful Chris.
Oh, very powerful. That's good. Can we have your powerful comments on the state of emergency in Rivers?
Yes, you do say one proverb. If somebody so knows for it, somebody will know better. Yes.
Okay.
That it's not emergency for River State.
Yes.
It's a welcome idea.
Okay.
But it's a welcome idea for Tinubu to remove the present governor and put sole administrator.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Okay.
So that let peace reign.
Okay.
And secondly, it's an advantage for APC to take over the River State. We know that it's an advantage for them to take over the River State.
Okay, you said so.
Yes. We know that. We know it will happen. Because already, weekend dancing with two legs.
I'm dancing with two legs.
He's in a PDP.
Okay.
And they don't want to lose him. And they cannot be able to push him out. You know, if it's a small one,
Yes.
people can push him out. But they know what he wants of Wike. That's why they are managing him. But Wike is using a system, which a very powerful system.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Powerful.
Yes. We know what's going to happen.
Okay,
It's opportunity for APC to take over the place.
Okay, thank you very much.
Maybe Mr. Powerful is a prophet.
Maybe.
He's making prophetic statements.
Thank you very much, Mr. Powerful from Lagos State. Powerful Chooks, we really appreciate your call. We have another caller on the line. Thank you.
We love that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good evening to Some Hangout with Journalists on Some TV. Who are you and where are you calling from, sir?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm calling from Accra.
Your name again, sir? I didn't get that.
Calling from Accra.
Okay, well, you're welcome, sir. Thank you for calling. So what do you have for us this evening?
Yes, about fracas in River State.
Yes, sir.
Mr. President is more in order. You know that we are in the market just to break down the governor, which is a full barrier,
along the main starter, but that's no good now.
Okay.
That's somehow. And people ever said they have been complaining about that our president don't do the needful. You could call them one trouble, shoot them with most of the political actors of River State, then put success on them. Then this one should to shoot down. Then have a peace in the city, in the state. So we have to just do it in the sound somehow.
Oh, sorry, we lost him there, and I was saying something very, very important there. He said he should have called them to a round table, and I think the first caller also made the same remarks. But I think he called them to a round table, and they couldn't just come to an agreement.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people still feel that something should have been done to. Okay, well, we still having the calls are raining in today.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes, who is on the line? Where are you calling from? Okay. Oh, sorry. I think it could be the network. We're sorry. Okay. Okay. Are you a member of the APC? Can
Are you a prophet?
Okay. Okay. Okay, so you think it's all a political game for the APC to take over Rivers State? Okay. Okay. Do you think, do you have faith in the sole administrator that he is going to be fair in administering, in his administration for these next 6 months? Good. Okay.
Leg you use in Nigerian Navy is going to do better as the sole administrator in River State.
Okay.
To restore peace before 6 months time to come.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and that's the prayer of everyone here. Thank you for calling in, and you can always call in on any of our program on this number. We really appreciate your call, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Yeah, you can hear our caller there. He said it's a political ploy by the APC, by the president, for the APC to take over Rivers State.
Yeah, that argument is very plausible. It's possible that they can cash in, take advantage of the prevailing situation and turn it to their own advantage. But I think it couldn't have been mastermind of, somebody said some time ago, well, Chief Olayenka mentioned that somebody posted on his wall that it is a script that has been acted and now we're watching the movie. Well, I don't know the rationale behind such assertions, but I doubt if somebody can just sit down and script this kind of serious activities and allow it to the detriment of Nigeria, because this is not actually a patriotic move.
Yeah, it is not. It's not. Anything that leads to crisis is not good for the country. Yeah. And I think our political actors need to put the country first in everything that they do. Let us go to our social medias to see what is happening. Okay, there's no comment for now. Please, you can comment on Facebook at Some TV on Facebook, and you can also call in. The number is right there on your screen there, 07049198503. We are here. I'll be excited to receive your call. He also said something about the fact that he believes that with the service, I think he supported what you said, that the Admiral is someone that served the nation for meritoriously for years, and he believed that it would be fair in his handling of Rivers State during this emergency rule.
He has a chance to write his name in gold.
Yes.
After serving Nigeria for 35 years, gallantly and bought out, now he's been called upon again to return peace to Rivers State. So I don't think he will take it lightly. I don't think he will misplace his priorities and begin to come and play petty sentiment. I believe he's going to be as upright as possible. He's going to be as patriotic as possible. He will be able to sustain peace. And so he has already made commitments with the statements that he's going to build the State House of Assembly, which was the major issue in the whole crisis. So if he's able to build the State House of Assembly and is beginning to mediate, because he will play a very vital role in the mediation process as it stands now. So between now and the 6 months that his tenure may elapse, we're looking at him playing a very vital role in maintaining peace and order, seeing to it that explosion that has been rocking that part of the country for some time now is being curtailed, and no lawlessness is condoned. He was very specific when he came to that. He said he is going to be as peaceful as possible, but that does not mean that he's not going to take drastic action on people that have decided not to sustain peace and order.
Now let us deviate a little from the official characters in the whole situation, and let us go to the unseen, the person who many feels is the one, is the puppeteer who is pulling all the strings behind the scene. The person of the former governor of Rivers State, the president minister of the FCT, Barrister Nyesom Wike. Do you think, many have said it, we have a call here, and I think we need to pick it because our viewer is number one. Yeah. Good evening, what's your name and where are you calling from? Good evening. Yeah, good evening.
I'm Solomon Chozeremo from Benue State.
Oh, welcome, Mr. Solomon Chozeremo from Benue State. How is Benue today? Hello?
It's fine.
Okay.
What are you in Taraba?
Well, we're doing well. You know, Benue and Taraba, we are twins. So once Benue is doing well, we're doing well in Taraba too. Thank you very much. So what's your view on the issues of about Rivers State?
The view of Rivers State, I can say, it's Wike.
Okay.
But I'm going to blame the president. Because Ubala was the head of the elected governor of the River. Meanwhile,
can you move away from your TV set? Please move away from your TV set. Or you tone down, you bring down the volume completely.
I will do that.
Okay.
Give us more time. Hello?
Okay, yes, it's better now. Okay.
I say, hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
I say Wike is the cause of everything in Rivers.
Okay.
I blame the president because
we lost him there.
And he was having a robust...
yes. I think he's going to call back. Just like I was saying, he just also supported. There's somebody that is involved in all this. Well, the calls are raining in, I think. Just like I said, Rivers. Good evening. You're welcome to Some TV. What's your name and where are you calling from? Good evening. Good evening. Oh,
Bad network.
I think the network is not responding there. Good evening, can you hear us? I think you should call back. We are here to respond to you. So what do you think? With all this coming in, people are saying the president is not fair by not even making a mention of Wike in all this drama. Do you think the action should be taken against?
If you sending your son to manifest in a particular scene, then your how do you describe it? Puppeteer or something like that. Was that the word you used?
Yes.
Now, whosoever is running the errand for Wike is being penalized. So Wike is not left out, because if at all it is true that he is the one teleguiding the members of House of Assembly, the members of Assembly now that he's using are being penalized. So Wike too is being penalized.
Hello, good evening. You're welcome to Some TV. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Benue State live. I'm watching you guys currently.
Thank you very much. And we are listening to you live too, currently. So what's your name, sir?
I'm Honorable Adejo Christopher Eligu from Benue State.
Thank you, Honorable Eligo. So what's your view on the crisis, the emergency rule in Rivers State?
Yes, I've been bitter about the issue in Rivers State, which is not supposed to be like that.
Okay.
The issue is that why our president is in a kind of giving the value to a man, just a single person, instead of giving value to the masses. Rivers State, something that will come up soon, aside the issue that is on ground now, you people may not understand. Okay, this case now, why should they declare state of emergency in Rivers State? Are they killing people before declaring state of emergency? No. Obasanjo was a president. Issues like this have happened. It always occurs. But he never declared state of emergency. Somebody who is not even a military man declare a state of emergency in a male case that he can handle. It's so beyond. It's so beyond. The country.
Yes. Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you.
I said we appreciate your comments there, and we can see that you really fell for the people of Rivers State and Nigeria. We pray that all this ends and put an end to the problem in Rivers State. And a lot of people also share your point of view. So thank you, Honorable Eliago. And we always look forward to you calling on to this program. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. And keep watching the program where the program still goes on. Thank you very much.
It's okay. Let us not get scared of anybody. Let us be realistic in everything we do.
Thank you very much.
We have one life. If Tinubu, our president, I respect him so much, let him do the needful. Okay. Let him restore back Tubara. Let the state peace to be restored. Because if he doesn't restore Tubara back, there shall be no peace.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your call.
Instruction will continue going on. The young man that never sit down there, that not sat down there, and then today you are removing things because of Minister of FCC, which have enjoyed his if they treat him that way, he won't be that minister or that governor.
Thank you very much. I think your point has been made, and we are, a lot of people agree with you. Thank you very much. We have another caller on the line there. Good evening. Okay, we lost that call. The calls are coming in faster, and they are rushing in. I think it's back again. Hello, good evening. Oh. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Okay. Hello? I think we can't get sound. I think it's network. Please call back. Call back. I think the network is not fair to him there. You heard what he said. He said he respects the president and he thinks the president was not fair at what he did in Rivers, that it was one-sided. Okay. This caller is coming back again. I pray the network does him well this time around. Hello. Yeah, good evening. Who is on the line?
Sorry, I called back. Okay, from Ebonyi State.
Okay, from Ebonyi State. You really love us in Ebonyi State.
Good. There's something I forgot to let you guys know.
Okay.
Now, this situation in Rivers State, Mr. President knew too well that it's a fight between Fubara and Wike. If Mr. President is fair in his decision, he should have suspended Wike or sacked him from office.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, I understand.
To get the equation balanced, since he has suspended the Fubara, knowing too well that Wike is disobeying his government, he should have suspended Wike or sack him from the office. Then from there, we know who is the real architect of this problem. Allow Wike as the FCT minister, why Fubara suffer suspension. It means there is something fishy that Mr. President is here to relate